That's another write down for Danny. This is
Could
ridiculous.
could you
I
hear the letters?
Yes, and I knew Trey was doing it. Like I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh, you fucking idiot. Like I know
I
he was.
should mute next time because that could help with idle plays. Noted. I'll mute
What
for
the
the future ones.
hell? I didn't know people could do that. I'm actually
No,
shook right now.
like
Okay, I was gonna say you're recording, but you are.
like based on the letters, like an N goes choo choo choo, and then choo choo choo.
I think you're just so smart, but I'll start muting for now on because
Yeah.
I guess you have a genius like you.
Danny, I'm actually so sad. Like literally
I'm
during
so
your
sad.
interview, I kept texting Drew and I'm like, I love Danny.
Right.
He's in the cast. I love Danny. Like, I'm so mad. I feel like,
The minute I saw the team, I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. First up, Annabelle took me out in Talon. Noah took me out in Stats. Dejan doesn't like me from when I hosted. Trey and I targeted each other in RXD, and I have no idea who Madison is. So I was like, I love going home first.
Man.
Bible, I'm like, and I bet Annabelle was about to save me.
Cannot confirm or deny anything.
It was her. I'm not. Also,
I'm like speechless right now, honestly. Like, so.
Literally, Madison.
Wait, Danny, I think you're covering your mic.
Yeah, I think you're covering your mic too, yeah.
Well, it's my computer. I don't know where my mic is on the computer. Hello?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay, but it was like Trey would be like, he told me he wanted to vote Madison. Like, why are you agreeing with everything you're saying? Like, obviously you're going to vote me. Like, I wasn't an idiot. I was watch the past beat. Like, Trey obviously was live in the game.
So going into the tribal, did you expect that to happen, or?
Yes, I knew I was getting votes. I knew I was getting Madison and Trey. And then I thought I had Dejan and Noah, and I guess I didn't. The minute Noah was like, I guess there's room for a blind side. Like, okay, bitch. Like, great, you're voting me, so I'm over. Like, ugh, ridiculous.
No, like,
I don't know why they are going to keep Trey. Like,
I'm so upset, just really quick, because of the fact of, like, you're like such a good like fan of Reality Noted, like you are interact with everything, and to see you go home so early, I'm so upset, Danny.
I'm honestly, I didn't want to deal with Trey anymore. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I knew from the minute I got on the team, I was like, this is ridiculous. And I looked at the whole cast. I'm like, they hate me. They hate me. Like, the only way it could be worse is if 1L was here, Duke was here, and let's see who else. Ricky, like,
Man. All right, pal, if you want to get into, asking normal questions and stuff.
So, I mean, the first question I usually ask is, like, how are you feeling right now? But I feel like you have already expressed that. I just want you to kind of get into the specifics of what you think happened. Like, I know you said a lot of people dislike you, but what do you think the plan stemmed from? What do you think happened?
So, what I think happened was we all got to like the beach, and I made a DM with, I think I just ended up making a DM with Noah, and then Dejan, and then Trey to squash beef, and then Annabelle, and I was like, okay, well that's pretty much the whole team, so I might as well make one with Madison. So I made one with Madison, and then everyone was kind of all aloof today. They were like, I don't know, as long as it's not me. And I'm like, okay, this is great, meaning I have to be the one to throw out a name because all of you guys are bitches and won't do anything. You're all like, I don't know. Like, I bet in their interviews, they're like, I can't wait to get in there and start a bunch of shit. Like, if you're actually going to, then, like, post up and do it. Like, you didn't do it. You just kind of, like, waited for somebody else to, like, do it and then just threw them under the bus. So, for you, you're going to do great this whole season. And then I felt like I threw out Trey's name first. Then I told Madison, I was like, Madison, I heard that people want to do Trey. What do you think? And she's like, absolutely not. I'm like, well, good. I don't want to do that either. I'm like, fuck, Madison. Like, what do you think on this man? Like, he is not that great. He's not God's gift to the earth. Like, get him out. But whatever. So she was out. And then Trey's like, I think I want to do Madison. And then, oh my God, I will never laugh harder than when Madison said, let's vote out Deshawn. Like, who the hell is Deshawn? And who spells Deshawn? I think she said Dashaun. Like, what?
Dead.
I need to tell. I honestly think Noah and Dejan fucked up because now they're left on a tribe with Trey and Madison are obviously together, and then there's Noah and them. And Annabelle's like, I don't know. I would go anywhere. Like, shut up, Annabelle. For your life. Ugh.
Yeah, that was kind of my next question, and I was gonna ask you, like, do you think they screwed up by voting you, like, in an unbiased opinion? Do you think that you could have potentially won this game and, they took out the future winner in the first vote off? Or do you think you would have benefited their game more than you would have harmed it?
Yeah, let's not jump to, like, I'm the winner that I got out. That far. But I think they fucked up because Madison and Trey are obviously tight, and then you got Noah and Dejan, and they got Annabelle in the middle. Like, it easily could have been all four of us vote out Trey, and then he's gone. Madison's an easy next vote. Annabelle goes after that, and it would have been the three of them, Noah, Dejan, and I left. Like, it would have just been easy. You would have had a 3-2 on the outside. Like, it would have just been, you were set for at least 2 challenges. But no. Like, now they want to fight over Annabelle. And she's so flippy floppy. I don't even know what she knows. She's on Reality Noted, to be honest. Like, she is ambiguous, doesn't know what she's doing, always. What? Like, come on. How she was in Talon. Like, she was just so, she was so frustrating to work with because she's just like, I don't know. That sounds good. Yeah, I guess. Like, do something. It was frustrating.
Yeah. I don't know why they're calling tribal council chat.
Yeah,
what the hell?
I'm gonna go get them.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of like rolls into my next question as well. Like, I feel like that's why I'm sad that you're going, because you're such a good talker and you have a really good way of expressing yourself and you have a good way of kind of telling the story in the way you talk. And I'm so mad because you were like possibly my favorite castaway this season. So I am pissed that
I'm letting them stay there.
I'm pissed that I'm seeing you here. But if you could like look into the future, who do you think from the tribe is going to make the furthest, and who do you think is getting the boot?
First off, I think some of these people, I think I've met like plants that have better personalities than some of them. Talking with Madison is like talking with a wall. Like, she is the most bland person ever. I would literally, can we roll back the tapes? Can I please see her interview? Because, honey, she no reason why she needs to be here. Like, what is her rock bottom? Like, she, honey, a personality should have been purchased before you got here. But, that's on her. But I think of all the people that are probably going to go the farthest, it's probably going to be Trey because they're idiots and they can keep letting him just bloop on by. Honestly, Dejan is probably next. Noah, I don't think they have any type of problem taking him out over whoever else is next. So Dejan will probably be out next. If not, it'll probably be Madison or maybe even Noah, but God forbid it's Annabelle. But at this point, I don't see any of them winning the game, and I'll literally eat a rock if one of them wins. And they can play it back, but none of those people have what it takes to win. Like, to be honest, I didn't even think I had what it takes to win, but I would have just like do it so far. And I didn't even think I was playing that hard at the start. Like, come on, like someone has to throw out a name. They're like, there's one person playing too hard. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want to know about your boring ass fucking lives. Like, I really don't want to sit here on Discord and talk about you and your dog. I don't want to do that. Like, I did not join to talk about that. So if I'm gonna be like, let's form an alliance, let's talk, let's see who we want to vote up. Like, wouldn't you rather have someone like that? Like, they took out someone who is just gonna be someone they could have used. But whatever, you do you, but enjoy losing.
I mean, you definitely do have a point. Like, the game is for strategy and socializing to an extent, not like.
It literally wasn't that much. It's night one. Like, it should be all talk about the game. Like, if you wanted to get to know each other, do it yesterday. And now everyone's like walking around being like, oh, Danny's the only one who's playing the game. I'm sorry, because all of you guys are saying the same thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know. You do know. Don't tell. When Trey said, I don't know, I was like, and the sky's not blue. You aren't sitting here having no idea what you're going to do before tribal. You're really, thank you. Good to know. Next.
No, yeah, I get that. So What else was I gonna ask you? Okay.
This is when guilt is a secret redemption island.
I mean, rumor is next season Second Chances, but I don't know about an island here.
Davon was second boot. I'll be back.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, I have my question. Sorry, there's this thing that I do during interviews where I blank out for no reason. But anyway, do you think there's anything you could have done, or do you think this photo off was completely out of your hands?
I knew when I saw the team, I was like, wow. Like I've said it before, like literally the people who I was up against probably was gonna get votes at some point or another. I was just hoping, maybe Noah and Dejan would grow maybe 1 or 2 more brain cells in order to function, but no, clearly they just want to vote with Trey, which I honestly don't think makes sense. But you do you. I still like them outside of the game, but in this game, I think it was a dumb move. I'm biased, but a dumb move. Re-roll my interview and go back to when I was talking about the numbers. Then you can see why I said that I'm not going to review myself for you.
Okay, well, I think those are all the game-related questions I had. If Drew has any more questions,
I don't have any more questions. Just man, Danny, I'm sad to see you go. Sad to see you go so early. Yeah. Maybe you'll get that second chance. Yeah, maybe you'll get that second chance. Never know. We'll see. All right. I think that is it. Thank you so much, Danny. Yeah, hopefully we'll hear from you soon.
Bye.
Bye, Danny.
Bye.
Started recording now.
If you
Oh,
want to just
Annabelle,
jump
I'm actually really sad. Like, I feel so bad. First of all, I think that Trevor's menace. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just, it sucks because I feel like you were a really big personality, and to see you leave this early in the game is awful. And I think that's what I guess we had to be ready for with this twist. Like, that's what it entailed, And, this would happen. And I mean, I would ask you how you feel right now, but like I feel like your face and like your reaction kind of like says it all, Like if you feel like you kind of just want to cry and let it out, you can, and you can always, do the interview whenever you feel comfortable.
I'd rather do it some other time.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna talk anymore.
I had such high hopes for you after your first interview and really wanted you to do well.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Hey,
Yeah.
Lance. So, I've never talked to you because like I wasn't there for your interview because I was sleeping. But it's really nice to meet you. And yeah, I watched your video. I think you had a lot of potential. So it is sad to see you here because yeah, the game and stuff. But whatever. How are you feeling right now? Like, what's your initial reaction?
I mean, I'm a little like, man, it would have been fun, but I think that's sort of my biggest reaction. Like, it would have been really cool and really fun, but I sort of was thinking about it. I was like, I honestly didn't know what I was doing, so it's totally fair. And like, I definitely should have just like texted a bunch of people and actually figured out stuff, because I like texted one person and was just kind of like, this is cool. I mean, one, I was just super busy, and so like, cause I don't use my phone that often, so that was like a big part of it. And so like I used my phone, but it's not that often. And then I worked all day today, so I didn't really have any time to do anything, and which is definitely my fault. But like, so it kind of makes sense. And then it does make sense that I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
That the tribe, like, to be stronger, I guess, would vote me out. But if I had like texted people and then not actually told them that I just was kind of like in here to be a dumbass, probably would have made more sense. But those are sort of like the biggest things. And then maybe like that 5 minutes, I definitely should have I was thinking about it, I should have just texted like everybody, and then not necessarily try to like advocate with everybody, but just text everybody, so everybody's like thinking about everybody. And then, because it did, like, you were telling them if they did, if we whispered, right? That was the thing.
Yeah, whispering, yeah.
Yeah, so that was what I was really thinking about. But
so
I
you
think
just
it was
regretted not whispering and not talking beforehand?
Yeah, I mean, mostly just, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, that's totally understandable. I mean, especially if like you didn't know what you were doing, which is totally like normal. Anybody would have gone home just because you kind of like needed more time to like figure out like swing of things and get the hang of it when there's people here that like have been playing games for such a long time. So I completely understand. How do you think you would have like approached the game had you survived this tribal council?
Well, I was talking to Josh, and I was kind of thinking just keep it more low key, but try to be pretty active,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mhm.
like sort of like try to play the I don't know what I'm doing card, but because I'm more or less like I can learn things not super fast, but like I can sort of like get into the groove and sort of figure things out sort of quickly. So I feel like I could have figured things out more or less relatively quickly if I'd paid attention more. And then I feel like if I just like sort of played a pawn more or less and just sort of and like gained sort of loyalty to people, and then I could use that and sort of just like not necessarily sort of like gain loyalty till people think I'm loyal, and then use that to my advantage. And then that was
Oh
sort of all I
yeah.
had thought about.
No, I think that's definitely I would have been a good approach. I feel like when people kind of come in the game and people don't really know them, they play the low key card and it really does work out. So I think that would have been a good strategy. So it's really sad that we didn't get to see you pull it out. But, I feel like you definitely would have been an amazing character. I feel like you already are. You're very unique to what
Thank you.
no problem. You're very unique to like what like there usually is. And what else? Do you have any impressions from the people you talk to in the tribe? Like, do you have any thoughts on them?
Since I didn't really talk to them, I didn't really have that many
At least
impressions.
you're honest.
Right.
I kind of laughed when I don't. The only thing I really remember is that somebody's mom told them to put their boobs away, and I thought that was really
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
See, I wish I would have heard that. I think I was just zoned out during that time. But
No, yeah, Riley's mom said that.
yeah, see, that happens to me often. Sometimes like I zone out and I have no idea what's going on.
I do
But
that
anyway.
like 50% of the day. I did that the whole time during work today.
But yeah, no.
Do you think this twist hurt you with having like an instant vote off? Maybe if you had more time, you could have eased into the group better.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. If like we had like done like I guess challenge would have been normally the first thing, right?
Yeah, normally.
If we had done a challenge, then I would have been like, oh shoot, I would have like I definitely needed like a wake up call. So like, do you actually need if I wanted to stay in, I definitely needed to do more. So I think if you had done if like the challenge had been first, then I definitely would have been like, oh shoot, I actually have to do more. So I figured this stuff out.
Right.
And then, yeah, and then because like people, it was more just like figure stuff out and then like whatever. Like it was more like I had to like figure it out first. I didn't really figure it out, and then it was just like time to vote out. So that was definitely the obvious choice.
So, I mean, obviously, apart from like talking to people, I don't think, you could have really done anything differently because things just played out the way that they played out. But, you watch like Real Survivor, right?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he only played because Josh asked him to. That's why I think.
Okay. So, what do you admire? What do you admire the most about your friend Joshua Spitzer?
I've been friends with Josh a long time, and he's very when he likes something, he really likes something. So I think that's really awesome, and I'm sort of the same way. So it's something we sort of like admire. Like we can do stuff together like that, but a lot of our interests are very different. Like
Right.
I like being outside with people. He likes being inside, like and stuff like that. But I think he's an awesome person, and we kind of have this joke where it's like we hate each other but we love each other because we're so different that we're like best friends at the same time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I completely understand that. I have a lot of friends where
I'm sure you've heard from him a lot, but like he won our season 1. So like now that you've like, been here for like 2 days and you got voted out, do you have like more respect for him like getting that win now?
Well, not really particularly because I mean he like he knows so much about that show that like
Yeah.
I'm really not that surprised that he
Yeah.
won. Because like if he got in like actual Survivor, I would be surprised if he didn't win. I'm gonna be like, I don't know about the physical stuff, maybe, I don't know, but like sort of like the mental games, like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh goodness. Okay. Sorry. I got distracted. But
Once again.
shut up. Yeah. I think that you're a very interesting character, and it would have been so cool to see you play because like these people are so different to you. Like I said, like I feel like these people are very Joshua Spitzer mindset. Like they're very his personality type.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of them.
Absolutely.
It's just how the way things are. So I think that you would have like meshed very differently with these people,
Hmm.
and it would have been really cool to see. Drew, do you have any questions?
Not many more, just because we already kind of asked if you would do something differently. If you were ever given the opportunity to play again, would you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And do you think you'd apply those things that you kind of learned from this first time?
Yeah, probably. I think I'd want to be in it longer, so I'd say probably yeah.
All right.
Well,
You never
I'm
know.
super
Things
glad.
could maybe happen.
I'm super glad to hear that, Went. And like it was really nice to meet you, even if I only
Mhm.
talked to you for 8 minutes and 39 seconds.
Yeah.
It
And
is
also,
cool.
if you want to like send in any, I know you like don't do anything with the fandom, so you probably don't even know this, but you know like confessionals, like videos and stuff, like how we have
Oh,
that on
yeah.
our like main page. If you want to
I've
like
seen a
send in
few of
any
them.
videos at all, like about what was happening on the tribe or like after you got voted out, like feel free to do that.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
completely enabled to do so.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah,
What were
thank
you
you
guys'
so
names again?
Oh, I'm Drew.
Paula.
Pal?
Okay. I don't know,
Okay.
but I don't. My name can be pronounced in a lot of different ways. But
Yeah.
you can call me
Okay.
Paula.
Well, that's cool. I like it better that way.
All right.
Well, it was super cool to meet you. I hope
Yeah.
you have a good night, Wayne.
Yeah.
All right.
Have
Thank
a
you.
good night, Wayne. Thanks so much for playing.
Bye.
Absolutely. See ya.
Drew. Okay, so I really like. Wait. Let me stop the recording.
Anything could have happened. I
Mhm.
think I came on a little strong, but that's kind of just my personality. I knew in the back of my mind there was a possibility of me going.
Mhm.
I hoped it wasn't, but that's how the game is. I guess I am blindsided because I thought everyone liked me, and they probably
Mhm.
do. But it's just how how the tables turned, I guess.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm actually really sad. Like, I know I didn't get to talk to you much because I wasn't there for your interview, but I do think that you had a lot of potential as a player, and I think that we missed out on seeing what you could do. So, like, I just want you to kind of tell me how you're feeling right now.
Usually I would be pretty upset about leaving a game, but I mean, I am upset that I'm leaving. It's just,
Mhm.
I feel like it was so early into the game, and like I didn't really have a chance to like make those strong connections, get that far into the game to be like devastated. It was fun for like the 24 hours that I was in the game because I got to see a bunch of people that I've been friends with, like Kaylin, Zach, and Lewis. So it was nice to see them. I saw like other of my I can't speak, other people that I knew on other tribes. But I mean, I'm kind of upset. I really hope that there's some twist in the future that brings like the first four back. Probably not, but if not, I'll just reapply and hopefully get casted again.
Yeah, so do you feel like you were not necessarily given the chance to become too invested into the game to the point where it would devastate you? I guess that's kind of what you're saying, you know?
Yeah, I feel like if I was in the game for a little bit longer and like I actually got like an opportunity to like plan challenges and like just show people who I really am and like give it my all, like I'd be more upset over this. Like, how do I say it? Like, I'm not upset that I'm gone. I'm just happy for the experience. That's what I'm trying to.
No, I completely understand that. So I want to talk like more game related stuff now. What do you think caused this? Like, what do you think your vote off stemmed from?
So at the start of the game, I did go around and I tried to make a good first impression with everyone, and I think I did a pretty good job at that. I think what flipped the switch for people is that, so I made the 4-person chat with me, Zach, Kaylin, and Josh, and then Lewis and Andrew wanted to talk with me, and I mentioned that in the chat, and no one really had to know that. That was my mistake because they weren't online. They wouldn't have seen the conversation. So, I mean, I think telling them that might have been like, oh, he's like secure, he's not gonna go. Also, knowing Zach, I was just in a game with him and I was known to be like the liar, manipulator, and stuff like that, like a really ruthless player. And when someone, like, I forgot who said something about lying, like, hope no one's lying. I'm pretty sure Zach, like, when I told Zach, I was whispering to him during the thing, and I was like, let's do Andrew, and I was like, text Josh to, like, tell him what to do, like, what we're gonna do, and then have him tell Kaylin, so it wouldn't be, like, me just going around to those 4, and, like, wouldn't get called out, and like, during the tribal. But, I mean, I guess Zach didn't go to Josh, he told Kaylin, and that kind of was, like, suspicious to me, so I went to her, but she never replied. So, I'm pretty sure Zach, when he heard something about lying, he probably just assumed that when I said that Andrew and Lewis both mentioned Josh's name, he thought that was, which, I mean, there's no point to lie, especially on the first day of the game. So I hope that they do understand. Now they're at 5, they still have the majority, and I was telling the truth.
Mm-hmm. So do you think Zach was the mastermind of the plan?
I don't think Zach is smart enough to be the mastermind behind it, in my opinion. I mean, he's a great guy, but I definitely feel like the people that were behind this were Andrew and Lewis. Or, no, you know who it is? I think it might have been Josh. Because I feel like once I said, like, Andrew and Lewis said his name, I'm pretty sure he probably went to them and, like, asked them if it was true. And, like, they, like, were like, no, it's not true, blah, blah, blah. So I'm pretty sure it was Josh, and then they all followed blindly, which, I mean, I could see why.
Okay, so do you think out of the people who voted you out, which was the majority of the tribe, do you think, without like being biased because it's yourself, do you think that they made a good decision? Do you think that you could have harmed their games in the future? Like, do you consider yourself a snaky player that would have not had their best interests at heart, or do you think that keeping you in the game would have benefited them in the long run?
Well, I mean, I am a snake, and genuinely, I wasn't going to start playing a snake game until once we got to like the the merge. That's what it is. I'm like so lost. Like, I was gonna play like sweet, innocent Jason, not gonna harm anyone at the start, make those good connections. Unbiased, I do think that this might have not been in their best interest because they, like, majority of the tribe knows me. They know that I'm a good player and I'm a strong person in challenges. So it might benefit them, like, right now because they want to get like a big threat out in their eyes, I guess. But they really could have, in my opinion, they could have taken out someone who didn't make the effort to, have that good of a connection. I do think that there are people on the tribe, like, not to sound cocky, I do think that there are some people on the tribe that are not as strong in competitions, which might lead to their downfall. I really hope that I'm wrong in this and that they flourish because they're all great people. So I hope that further down the line they they win the challenges and I don't have to see any of them go out pre-merge.
Okay,
I do want to say really quick that before Pal asks the next question, that tonight during Tribal, I wasn't really aware of who was going home. I didn't really keep up with the DMs or anything like that. But once we were in Tribal, you were answering the questions like really well. And I really started to like you in the Tribal Council. So I was super disappointed to see that you got majority of the votes. I just wanted to let you know that.
Do you know, wait, am I allowed to know like the official vote count or?
We'll just keep it a secret for now. I think it's just better to keep everything a mystery.
Okay.
So
You'll see when it airs.
out of the people remaining in the tribe, who do you think is going to make it the furthest, and who do you think is going to get booted the quickest?
Well, honestly, just from previous experiences, I don't think Zach will make it far. He's a very vocal player, and his mouth gets him in trouble. He's very impulsive, so I don't think he's going to make it far. If he does, good for him. But the person on the tribe I think will go the farthest is probably either Kaylin or Lewis. I don't know. There's just something about them that just gives me like these strong vibes that like under the radar. They're not gonna be like called out to like maybe like final 10, final 8. I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna make it the farthest out of everyone.
Okay, so I think those are all the game-related questions I have, unless Drew wants to ask something.
That is all that I have. If you want to get to their, well, let's just skip production questions. It's a bit early for production questions, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's much we could say.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you so much for playing.
Yeah,
thank you
sad to
so
see you go
much,
out so
Jason.
soon. No
Yeah,
problem.
it's
We
different.
definitely saw something in you. There was
It
a lot
is
of
very-
applicants, and you made it really far.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourself, man.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
hope
I mean,
you
it's how the
enjoy.
tables turned, and
Mhm.
maybe you guys will bring me back for a future season.
Yeah, I never know.
Who knows? Okay.
Thank you guys for
bye.
having me. Have a
All right,
great
no
night.
Thank you,
problem.
thank
Bye,
you,
Jason. You
bye.
too.
Have a good night.